The city's central railway station was a place of endless noise, the screeching of steel, the rhythmic thumping of engines, and the faceless crowd rushing toward their destinies. In the shadows of platform sat a man known to everyone simply as the Beggar. His world was a stained concrete floor and a weathered copper bowl. For years, his existence was defined by a single, desperate gesture, an outstretched hand and a plea for mercy. He was a ghost in a sea of busy people, surviving on the crumbs of pity. One humid evening, a man stepped off the express train. He was tall, dressed in a sharp, charcoal grey suit, carrying a leather briefcase that signaled power and success. He looked like the definition of the American dream. The Beggar, sensing a rare opportunity, crawled toward him. Clinking the few meager coins in his bowl, he looked up with hollow eyes and whispered, "Sir, please, a few cents for a starving man? May your business flourish for your kindness." The businessman stopped dead in his tracks. He didn't look away in disgust. Instead, he stared directly into the Beggar's soul with a piercing, cold intensity. "You spend your whole life asking for things," the man said, his voice echoing with authority. "Tell me, have you ever given anything back to this world?" The Beggar froze. The question felt like a physical blow. "Sir, look at me," he stammered. "I am nothing. I have nothing. I am just a beggar. How could someone like me ever have the status to give anything to anyone?" The businessman leaned in, his face inches from the Beggar's. "Listen closely. I am a merchant. I believe in the law of exchange, giving and receiving. If you have nothing to offer me, then I have no reason to offer you anything. Value for value. That is how the world works." Without another word, he turned and disappeared into the crowd, leaving the Beggar trembling in the cold wind of the departing train. That night, the Beggar couldn't sleep. The word merchant haunted him. He realized that for years, he had been a taker, a black hole that only absorbed. He felt a sudden, burning shame. He realized he didn't want to be a beggar anymore. He wanted to be a man of value. But what did he have? 2 days passed in agonizing silence. On the third morning, while wandering near the edge of the station's neglected tracks, he stumbled upon a patch of wild, vibrant flowers growing through the cracks in the fence. They were beautiful, resilient, and fragrant. A spark ignited in his mind. "This," he whispered, "this is my inventory." He carefully plucked the flowers and arranged them into a small, makeshift basket. That day, his strategy changed. When a traveler dropped a coin into his bowl, the Beggar didn't just mutter a prayer. He reached into his basket and handed them a beautiful, fresh flower. "This is for you, sir, a gift for your kindness," he would say with a newfound dignity. The transformation was magical. People who used to ignore him now stopped to smile. They weren't just giving him charity, they were buying a moment of beauty. For the first time, he wasn't begging, he was trading. He felt his spine straighten. He wasn't a beggar, he was a florist. Weeks later, the tall businessman appeared again. The Beggar's heart raced. He didn't wait for the man to pass. He stood up, ran through the crowd, and blocked the man's path. He wasn't cowering. "Sir," he shouted, "I am not empty-handed today. I have something for you. Please, take these flowers. They are the price for whatever you choose to give me. I am no longer a beggar. I am a merchant, just like you." The businessman looked at the flowers, then at the man's glowing eyes. A wide, genuine smile broke across his face. He pulled out a $100 bill, tucked it into the flower basket, and took the blooms. "Well done," he whispered. "Today, you have reclaimed your soul. You are indeed a merchant now." That was the last day anyone saw that Beggar at the station. He vanished. 1 year later, in the station's elite VIP lounge, 2 successful entrepreneurs sat across from each other. One was the tall businessman. The other was a younger man in a tailored blue suit, looking sharp and confident. The younger man smiled and said, "Sir, do you recognize me? We've met twice before. This is our third meeting." The businessman frowned, trying to place the face. The young man continued, "A year ago, I was the man with the copper bowl. You taught me the law of exchange. You told me that to receive, I must first give. I took those words, left this station, started a small flower stall, and turned it into a floral distribution company. Today, I don't ask for help. I provide jobs for 50 people." The businessman stood up and shook the man's hand with immense pride. 2 merchants, once worlds apart, now stood as equals. The lesson: success is not found in what you can get, but in what you can give. When you change your mindset from a taker to a giver, the universe changes its response to you. Your value is not defined by your bank account, but by the value you provide to others. Stop begging for a better life. Start trading your talents for it. If this story touched your heart and gave you the motivation to change your destiny, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your one subscription helps us bring more life-changing stories to the world. Remember, your journey from a beggar to a merchant starts with a single thought: stay motivated.